Now, over here, if you look over there, you can see a great specimen of a garden gnome. Now, these things are dangerous. That one, he looks like he's about to pounce on the next person who comes by unawares. So I'm gonna have to sneak up behind him without him seeing me. If you just put your foot over here, maybe, there we go. Now, got to be very quiet so this thing doesn't see us coming. Now, these garden gnomes, or in Latin terms, Gardonus gnomus, they grow up in the woody parts of the wild with lots of forests and cars that they can hide behind. Now, this one seems to be of moderate age. It's got a full beard. Now, garden gnomes are like the inanimate version of dwarves. I mean, they're small, really short. This one is actually about the regular size of a garden gnome. They don't get much taller than this, but they're ferocious. These things just leap off of high things and just crack you on the head, knock you unconscious, and then eat you. Or try to. Usually they end up sharing you a bunch of other garden gnomes around the vicinity. Now, this one is probably hunting, so it can provide food for the rest of its family, which is usually probably hiding in a hole around here somewhere. Maybe we could find that later. I'm not sure where it is. I'm not about to go poking down any holes that will have garden gnomes in them. So, now, this one's wary. I'm surprised he hasn't seen us yet. But right now, I'm just going to try and sneak around and get around the other side, and hopefully he won't see me. Still no sign of him noticing. It seems we're okay. These things have no perception, peripheral vision at all. They can just see what's in front of them. Stupid bug. And they go on and they just look. So I'm gonna get out of here before he decides to turn around. Now, over here, we have what looks like a migration of hanging plant holders. But they're not that interesting. However, that rake over there is. We'll go down and see it. You may not be able to see it, but right here is a rake. Now, I know it's cleverly disguised with camouflage, and it's picked a nice hiding spot with tall grass so that you can't see it easily. Now, these things are not the most violent of inanimate objects, so I can just stand here and talk about it while it sleeps. Now, you'll notice around where it's been, there are these tracks in the grass where these rakes have slithered around. They leave distinct patterns where they travel, but they quickly grow over the grass. So you can usually tell when someone's been near here recently. Now, rakes have a very unique self-defense mechanism. Now, as you see over here, it's upturned at the end. So I'm not going to do this, but if some unseeing person comes and they walk by and they step on it, this rake will fly up and hit him in the head. Maybe in the face, might break his nose, or it might fall backwards so it can escape. It's ingenious, I've got to say. Now, these rakes eat minerals from upturned dirt. So, while it's also a defense mechanism, they can also take the dirt and they churn it about, and then they eat the minerals that it's turned up while they're doing that. Now, this one, I'll try and see if I can wake it up with this stick. It appears to be sound asleep, so I'm just going to let it sleep here, have have a nice rest, and then it'll get back to eating when it wakes up. Now where are those buckets? Now, over here, you can see our computer monitor. Now, it's very rare that we see one of these things, because they live so high in the trees that you almost never catch a glimpse of them. Now, I'm not sure what one is doing down here, so we'll take a look. Oh dear. This one had a nasty fall. Now, it seems to have fallen from some of the top branches and just been smashed to smithereens. Now, that's a really sad sight. This one's decomposing already, so it must have died at least a few days ago. Now, these things climb up into the tops of the trees, and they swing around there on branches. So, usually, you don't see it that often, but you'll find a computer monitor like that